Hi, welcome, bienvenidos. It's your girl Yesi, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my top 10 fall eyeshadow palettes. Some are going to be more recent, and some are going to be a little old, I would say. Nonetheless, I love them. They inspire me to create fall looks, and these are the eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to be using in the upcoming weeks, and I'm going to be sharing fall looks with you guys. So if you're interested to know what these top 10 eyeshadow palettes are, then keep on watching. Alrighty, amigas, besties. So, I pulled out 10 eyeshadow palettes that I think are perfect for the fall. Now, these eyeshadow palettes, you can use them year round. You don't have to use them for certain seasons. You know, makeup is makeup. Use it whenever you want. However, when I think of fall, you know, using like the olive greens, the burgundies, the purples, you know, those type of colors inspire me for fall. So I pulled some new eyeshadow palettes and then some old eyeshadow palettes as well, just so to give you a mixture of eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to be using in the upcoming weeks, you know, obviously creating fall looks, which I'm super excited. So why don't we jump in? Okay, so the first palette that I think is perfect for fall is actually just came out. It's the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice Second Slice eyeshadow palette. This is such a beautiful palette, and for Too Faced, the pigmentation is really good. This is what the eyeshadow palette, as you can see, it has those, you know, burnt oranges, burnt siennas, it has the browns, it has like this dark purple or green, but you see, like, it has all those colors that I like to use during the fall. So, you know, this is fairly new, and I did a look with this already, one or two, but I'm going to be doing another one, obviously, to show you how I'm going to use this palette. So this is one of the most recent eyeshadow palettes that came out. Now I'm going to show you a palette that's a little old. I have two here. These are from Huda Beauty. This is the Nude Rich and the Nude Medium eyeshadow palettes, and I'm showing you both because these two came out at the same time. They're the Nudes collection from Huda, and I think these colors are beautiful for fall. Like, as you can see, it has those dark burgundies, browns, oranges that are perfect for fall. I mean, I use this year round, but for fall, like those berries, there's something about wearing like a dark berry or a purple. It's just, I love it. So these two eyeshadows palettes I'm going to be using, and not sure if I've used it on my YouTube channel, but I'm going to be creating looks if I haven't already. Okay, so on to the next palette. This is from Anastasia, and this is the Primrose palette. This came out last year. This is the palette that has the two blushes. Let me show you right here. Now this baby, I love. It's perfection. Actually, I used this eyeshadow palette to do like a sunset inspired eye look, because it has, of course, the purples, the oranges, this burgundy, like the pinks, and then you have these two blushes right here that are perfection. I love this palette, and you know what, I might just do another look I'm going to be doing another look using this palette. I'm gonna check out the colors that I used in that eyeshadow review in that video, and then I'll try to use different colors. But that's such a nice palette. All right, another eyeshadow palette that I think would be great for fall is from Anastasia as well, and this is the Nouveau palette. So this palette I think is nice because, again, it has those like sage green colors, it has the orange, the siennas, the brown, and then it has that pop of purple. But if you cover that, it's basically like a neutral palette, which I love. So this is gonna be, I've done a look with this. I haven't shown it much love, honestly, because there's other palettes that I'm into, but nonetheless, the pigmentation is great, and the colors are great. So I'm definitely gonna be doing more looks with this. But yeah, that would be a great fall palette. Another palette that I love is the Tresluce La Flor de Mexico, which is this eyeshadow palette right here. Now, I already did a look using this, but I've used this off camera plenty of times. I don't think I've done many looks on my YouTube channel with this palette though, which I'm going to, because do you see the pattern with the burgundies, the greens, the browns, the oranges? Perfection, perfection. And also, while giving you all these eyeshadow palettes, I'm trying to give you a mixture of high-end and affordable, and new and old, just in case you may not have the old, but you know, you might have this new eyeshadow palette, or maybe you don't have this new eyeshadow palette, but you have this old eyeshadow palette. So, you know, I'm trying to give you a balance over here. Alrighty, another palette that I think it's perfect for this season is this Colourpop collection with Hocus Pocus, which is this baby right here. This came out 2 years ago. And I went crazy. I love this palette so much. As you can see, the Sanderson sisters, I love this movie, so I automatically had to buy this palette. And do you see how perfect this eyeshadow palette? This is perfection. Again, burgundies, the greens, the browns, the oranges. Like, this palette, oh man, it's perfection. I used it last year too, around Halloween time, because it's just such a beautiful palette. Honestly, it's perfect. You don't need anything else if you have this. But yeah, I love it. And Colourpop usually tends to bring it back for Halloween, because that's what they did last year. They did a round 2. I wasn't feeling it. I felt like the colors were too bright for like the movie. And I think they nailed it with this collection, which was the original, the first one. And they brought it back last year so people can get both if they didn't have it. But yeah, this is a wonderful fall palette. Another palette that I think is great is this Urban Decay Naked Wild West eyeshadow palette. So I haven't heard too many people talking about this palette, but I like it. I used it a couple of times, and I believe I did a review on this palette. But this is perfect too. As you can see, it has like the green, the oranges, it has this mint color or teal, and then you have all these nudes over here. It's a perfect fall palette if you ask me. And the pigmentation is nice as well, that I can remember. I guess we'll see, because I'm going to be doing another look using this eyeshadow palette. But I think this was a good palette, if I remember. And the colors scream fall to me. They really do. So yeah, that's another great fall palette. A more recent eyeshadow palette is this Natasha Denona My Dream palette, which is this baby right here. This is fairly new to my collection. I already did a review and a look using this palette, but this is beautiful, beautiful. Again, it has the burgundies, the purple, it has this black that you can intensify any look. It has the gold, it has the browns, pinks. This is overall a beautiful palette. And like I said, this just came out not too long ago, so yeah, this is great, and I'm gonna be using this a lot for the fall. Another eyeshadow palette that I think is great for fall is this Sigma Warm Neutrals eyeshadow palette. Now, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I've only used this one time. I don't know too much about the pigmentation. I don't remember, honestly. Like I said, I only used it one time. But I do, the reason why I picked this eyeshadow palette is because it has all these beautiful colors. Like, you do see all the berries, the browns, the burgundy, the greens. Like, this is such like a beautiful fall palette. And yeah, like I want to get use out of this eyeshadow palette. Like I said, I've only used it one time, and I don't know how good the formula was because I don't remember. I used it one time and I think I did a neutral look with it. So, but it, like I said, it's a good palette to use during the fall. So I pulled it out and I'm going to use it, and I'm going to create a look for you guys. Alrighty, so onto my last palette that I think it's great for fall, and I had to mention this Tarte Maneater eyeshadow palette. I am so impressed with this palette. Oh my gosh, I already did two looks back to back because I'm just so impressed with the pigmentation of this eyeshadow palette. It's like, Tarte, what? Oh my god, Tarte nailed it with this palette. The metallics, they really are metallics. They look foiled on your eyes, which I love. I love a nice shimmer on the eyes. So I'm really impressed, and I still have like more ideas on how to use this eyeshadow palette. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing with all these 10 eyeshadow palettes. Like I said, they inspire me for fall. I think they're great fall palettes for me, and I hope, you know, it gives you some inspiration to look through your collection, find similar shades in your eyeshadow palettes, pull them out and use them, and let's create fall looks because I'm so excited for the fall. So over the heat, but yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna be creating looks with all these eyeshadow palettes. Now, if I've created a look, I'll make sure to link it down below, right next to the eyeshadow palette. If I don't have a look, it's coming. I'm gonna do looks using all these palettes, just, you know, to give you some inspiration and so I can get inspired. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and yeah, as always, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.